Hey everyone, I am Julia, pelvic floor physical therapist, and today I wanted to walk you through how to perform a proper core brace. And I know this can be quite challenging for a lot of people, but I think it can be helpful to see and also learn some additional cues that may help to trigger in your mind how to perform the core brace. So what we'll do first, I'm going to show you the core brace and then offer some alternate positions that you can try it in to see how that might help. For the core brace, I often see people wanting to brace their core by gripping their upper abdominals and pushing down more on the pelvic floor and out through the belly. And this can create more of that mom pooch appearance. It can also increase pressure within the system, leading to things like leakage and heaviness in the pelvic floor, which are definitely things that we want to avoid. So one cue that I really like to give is to think about zipping of the core from the bottom to the top. So you're just going to breathe out as you do this, zipping up that core bottom to top. We want to make sure that we take a nice big inhale and then big exhale, zipping up the core. Another cue that I like to give, especially for pregnant mamas, is to think about hugging your baby. So you're going to want to bring that baby as close as you can to your belly, giving them a nice big hug there. Another cue that can also be helpful is to think about bringing your hips nice and together. So we're just going to be imagining, even though they're not literally going to be coming together, imagining the two front hip bones here coming together as close as they possibly can, and then relaxing. Now I know that this upright position can be a little bit challenging for some, so I do like for people to try this in different positions. So I'm going to show those to you next. The first position that I like for my patients to try this in is in a laying flat position. So if we get onto our backs here, one other cue that I do like to give when doing the zip up, especially when you're in this supine position, is thinking about pressing your heels into the floor like you're trying to skid them away from you, but they're not moving anywhere, right? So as you breathe out and zip up the core, you're thinking also of bringing or pushing those heels away from you without moving the legs. So deep breath in, breathe out. Zip up the core, push the heels away. This can just help your body to get out of that anterior pelvic tilt position that we oftentimes live in to help get that core activation just a little bit stronger. The next position that I really love for people to try this brace in is in quadruped or on all fours. So if you get on all fours here, this allows us to think of a different cue about bringing your belly button as far away from the floor as you possibly can. So big inhale in, exhale, zip up the core, lift the belly button as far away from the floor as you can, and breathe back in, exhale, zip up the core. A final position that I like to teach my patients this brace in is in side lying. So if you go ahead and get onto your side here, you're going to take a deep breath in and then zip up the core, bringing that belly button up and closer to you. Deep breath in, breath out, zip up the core. Thank you guys so much for joining me with this very brief overview of how to perform a core contraction and some simple cues to help. I hope that you found these helpful in being able to better understand the core brace. There is so much more involved with this, and if you're looking for more tips on this, please be sure to follow me along for more.